are back up, getting notifications from chat that we're back up. We're going to head back down to the match. Sorry about that, guys.
And we're going to pick off back where we left off in the middle of Game 2. So, players were notified to pause the game state, and you didn't miss any of the coverage.
Yeah. So Aleko played a couple of ponders in the first 2 turns. Trig fired off a Chittering Rats on turn 3. And it looks like Aleko is going to use his turn 3 to play, I believe that's Sheltered Eyrie, which is, it's 3 mana for a double Fertile Ground. So whenever Enchanted Land is tapped for mana, add 2 mana of any color to your mana pool.
It's quite good.
Yeah, so this deck, the reason why it plays that is because it's obviously inferior to Fertile Ground. It plays it because it has Drift of Phantasms as a tutor piece. Drift of Phantasms is 3 mana for an 0/5 wall, but it's got Transmute, blue 1, so you can discard it to search your library for a card with CMC equal to 3. And all of the key pieces are 3 mana. That's Freed from the Real, Sheltered Eyrie, and of course the Valakut Invoker all cost 3 mana.
That's excellent deck building. Valakut Invoker is 2 copies in Aleko's deck, 3 copies of Sheltered Eyrie.
So yeah, if the stream jumps down for you guys, please spam that panic basket so we know to hop on top of it. We can't tell from our side if the stream's up.
Yeah. So it looks like Trig just played a 4th land, passed his turn with no disruption whatsoever.
And I mean, I think Trig wants to leave up instant speed removal, so pretty reasonable not to tap out on this turn.
It would have been nice if he could find a duress effect or a choking stance, but you know, you can't always have it all.
Yeah, really got to look at Aleko's hand here. Aleko is very close to going off. There's Lifespark Spellbomb, so Lifespark Spellbomb can sacrifice to turn a land into a 3/3 creature. I said beast earlier, I was incorrect in that assumption. No beast, no creature type gained. But it does turn it into a 3/3, which is more than enough for Freed from the Real to go onto it.
Yep.
And Aleko doesn't really want to jam the Freed from the Real right now, due to the doesn't want to try and combo off right now due to the fact that Trig has 5 mana up in his mono black control deck.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense. There's no real clock on him. His opponent's been not playing any disruption at sorcery speed, clearly holding up some instant removal, and there's no reason for him to go for it right now when that's clearly what Trig is representing.
Absolutely. And I think Aleko is just going to dig until he finds a... oh, he's got 2 Giga Drowses. I was going to say until he finds a Giga Drowse, and then he has 2, so doesn't necessarily need to find one anymore. He's just going to be able to end-step, tap down all of those lands, and then win the game on the spot.
I think Trig just picked up a copy of Duress, though. That's no, that might be a Kumbaj Glitches, which would not be good enough.
Would not be, no. We'll have to see what happens here. If I was Aleko, I might have upkeep iced all of the lands.
That'd be pretty sick.
I guess it wouldn't have mattered a whole lot, but we'll see it happen now. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue mana, potentially. So if Trig plays a single spell, Trig is going to be iced down while Aleko goes off here on the end step.
All right, here we go. End step.
So he's tapping that for double blue off of the Sheltered Eyrie.
Giga Drowse, target you.
Giga Drowse. Drowse him. And Aleko's going to draw. It's a bounce land, but he's got the combo in hand already. Oh, you know what? Does he? I think he actually is missing a combo piece. I think he is missing a way to actually win the game.
Well, he makes a 3/3 anyway, and now that's on the land enchanted by the Sheltered Eyrie.
Here comes Freed from the Real.
Freed from the Real.
It's now imaginary.
Now he's got plenty of lands. I think he picked up a copy of Ponder. Is that right?
I believe so. Oh, he's got a Drift of Phantasms. I missed that. Drift of Phantasms. This is the key piece that transmutes for any of the combo pieces required, including this Valakut Invoker, which is then going to upstairs Trig for a Trillion. And Aleko's deck, this deck is so powerful. It is just out of control. Aleko winning on turn 4 and then on turn 5 with this very consistent combo deck, really showing its power in the format. I'd be very surprised if this deck stays around for a long time. I've never heard of it before this deck. He showed up with it and just smashed with it. It might be a little bit too powerful for this format. It feels a little bit stronger than the Esper Familiars deck, in all honesty.
It's quite an impressive showing. Good amount of disruption, insane speed and consistency. However, he was the only one that came here with the deck. I hadn't heard of this until I started looking at the deck list and looking things up. Meta wasn't particularly prepared for it, so we'll see how it does. There's a lot of Pauper run online. Unfortunately, not too much run on paper, but here's on camera we see the power of the Freed from the Real deck.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see we get see that deck go off. It's also very different playing combo decks like this in paper compared to Magic Online. Any of the time that you're playing a deck that has these infinite combos, it can be very annoying to play online because your opponent forces you to play it out, because time is a real thing on there, and if it takes you 5 minutes to combo off, and your matches take 15, or each game takes 15 minutes, you probably won't have enough time to win the match.
Well, I think it took Aleko less than 5 minutes of actual game time to take the match.
Yeah. Well, luckily, once he gets the Freed from the Real, he says, all right, I'm generating infinite mana. He doesn't have to tap it for mana, untap it, tap it for mana, untap it, etc., etc. He just gets to do it and then Valakut Invoker's opponent for a trillion. But so that was the first round of top 8. We put this match on camera first because we felt it would be over earliest, so we would get as many opportunities to get backup matches in the first round of top 8 for you guys. So stay tuned. We will be right back with another round of this top 8.